Hello, brovs. We're back with some new books. New book arrivals number 210. Let's get these out of the way, since I have no clue who Malorie Blackman is, but I found these would seem like they are advanced reading copies, since they say not for resale, or they were part of a box set. I don't know the difference because I've never heard of this author, but books are in rather good condition, so I picked them up since they're 50 cents a piece. Obviously, it looks like what? Crossfire. Does that mean like a black couple? Black and white couple? Interracial, shall we say? Noughts and Crosses. The novel, the Noughts and Crosses series are my favorite books of all time. Stormzy. Whoever the fuck Stormzy is. Free book. World Book Day, 7 March 2019. A Noughts and Crosses story. I don't know why I got these, but I probably shouldn't have. Win brilliant prizes. Powerful new Noughts and Crosses story from legendary author Malorie Blackman, written for World Book Day 2019. See, I got Noughts and Crosses, which is, I think, the title of the series. Checkmate. Crossfire. Knife Edge. Two families have been shattered by the divided and violent society that they live in. Sephi, a cross, supposedly powerful and privileged, has bound herself forever to her not lover Callum's family. So many different books are there? Double Cross, Crossfire. You got that one? What's this one? Knife Edge. That's that one. Checkmate. Noughts and Crosses. Oh, too bad I don't have Double Cross. But I have Not Forever. So there we go. Maybe I can find Double Cross, and then I'll have the entire series that no one wants. But I plan on selling those because I don't zero interest in that. Back to Eden. The classical guide to herbal medicine, natural foods, and home remedies. I saw that a copy of this sold for about $45, but that's probably on the high end. This obviously is not the highest end looking vintage paperback that I've ever seen, but what year is this? 60s? We got 67. Jethro Kloss. 75, you were close. It is with godly fear and much humility that I undertake the task of writing this book, as I am, in no sense of the word, a writer. I am sending forth this book for the purpose of helping humanity and giving courage to those who may have thought their cases hopeless. My prayer is that God may make this book a blessing to many. Cool. One of two books I picked up, when was it? Last Tuesday, along with another Helen MacInnes book. I and My True Love, another superb novel of suspense by the author of The Venetian Affair. This, I believe, was 30 cents. Yes, it was half off, so it was 30 cents. No, I'm not doing that. Against the backdrop of diplomatic intrigue and political maneuvering in Washington, Helen MacInnes unfolds a spine-tingling drama of star-crossed lovers. Trapped in a web of terror and treason, and Anna Karenina, I don't know how to say that, Karenina, you get the point. It's just one of those pulp romances, otherwise known as goth. Harlan Ellison, Isaac Asimov, iRobot, the illustrated screenplay, which, I mean, looks like it's for a fucking adolescent 50-year-old. But it has some value, so I picked it up. As I said, a lot of times I will just, if I have 20 books in the basket, I'll pare it down to 13 or 15, which lowers my... Will you round it up? Yeah, I'll round it up 3 cents, bro. But when they ask me to round it up $1, I say no. So anyway, I got that for that purpose. This book, 5 and 10, Fannie Hurst, Collier, I think it's 1928. To New York, City of Cities, 5 and 10, copyright 1929 by Fannie Hurst, printed in the United States. Whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones. Those who want fewest things are nearest to the gods. In the long reaches of what had become chronic insomnia. So yeah, I got it for the obvious reason that it's an old book. Pretty good shape. Stick it on a shelf. Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants, Robin Wall Kimmerer. A Hymn of Love to the World. This book also has value, and I will likely sell it for $10 at some point. Now that I have most everything sorted book-wise, I can start listing things as I have slowly done, which is the case with that book down there, which I've already listed. Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge. Here's a book I'm planning on listing for the eventual death of Jimmy Carter. I will list it for an inflated price and make money off his death. Who says that a communist never helped anybody? University of Arkansas Press. Is that where he was from? Arkansas? No, he's from Georgia. Compelling yet humble language. Carter details his personal history to that point of his life, his idyllic childhood in remote plains, his hazing incident at Annapolis for refusing to sing Marching Through Georgia, his near-death experience aboard a Pacific Fleet submarine, his strong Christian underpinnings, his communist leanings. It's not coming off. The Snare of the Hunter, the new novel by Helen MacInnes. Obviously not in great shape, but if I haven't been finding many, what are they called? Mylar jackets on books. So sometimes buy books just to get the Mylar jacket off them, but this one's not in great shape anyway. But eventually I will start selling these too, just because how am I going to do with gothic romances? Except read them once in a while. Look at this lady. It's everything you would expect from something like this. Twain's Feast, Searching for America's Lost Foods, in the footsteps of Samuel Clemens. It kind of threw me off when I saw that, but 2010. In the winter of 1879, Mark Twain paused during a European tour to compose a fantasy menu of the American dishes he missed the most. He was desperately sick of European hotel cooking, and his menu, made up of some 80 regional specialties, was a true love letter to American food. Lake trout from Tahoe, hot biscuits, Southern-style canvas, back duck from Baltimore, black bass from the Mississippi. When food writer Andrew Bears first read Twain's menu in the classic work A Tramp Abroad, he saw that the dishes were regional in the truest sense of the word, all drawn fresh from grasslands, woods, and waters at a time when the railroad was just beginning to dissolve the culinary lines between Hannibal, Missouri, and San Francisco. The dishes were all local, all wild, and all, Bears feared, had been lost in the shift to industrialized food. Sounds like a curious read. Something happened to this cover. I don't know what it is. It's like someone rubbed it on a seeping fruit or something. This book I got to sell. I don't know who J. Jeezy Jenkins is, but I don't gotta believe. Adversity for sale, and the book is for sale too. In great shape. Newer publication. It's got a wrapper or something. The name like Jeezy, you better be. Foundation to achieving any type of success on the block or in the boardroom, in the streets, or the corporate suites, in love, marriage, family, faith, life, health, or whatever starts with one simple thing. You got to believe. Oh, he's a songwriter. Yeah, he is a rapper. I mean, with the name Jeezy. Kind of figured. Christum, Jesus Christ. Christmas and its Customs by Christina Hole. What an unfortunate name. Hey, Chrissy Hole. Obviously, I'm going to probably read this book just because it's short. Although I don't think I can ever get to it with this other book. I might be able to read it. It seems rather short. It seems like it's missing pages there too. 70, 60, 60, 50, 40. No, it's not. First, I got to get through this bizarre book. Then perhaps this one. What year is this? 58. Kind of want to see the board. The boards. Oh, nice. It's got a... It's almost a bizarre one. All right. Lincoln Unmasked. I've been looking for a book like this. Thomas D. Lorenzo, who I believe is an old school libertarian, not these new ones who are basically socialist. What you're not supposed to know about dishonest Abe. Abe wasn't a good guy, though people act like he was. He was very conflicted, as one should be, when you're about to murder your countrymen, but he chose dictatorial powers over freedom, so we got what we have now, a nation divided. A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. Not sure how you say it. I'm guessing it's Towles. Got this one at a free library. And don't know much about him. But it's a book of the month club book, so probably not worth much. Don't care. It's free to me anyway. Ditto with this book, John Grisham, Camino Ghost, which I may trade or sell. Trade it to, what's their names? Thrift books for a couple bucks. As I said, it was free, so there you go. Don't care about John Grisham. This book I accidentally picked up. I pared my books down to 13 and I thought I had discarded this one, but apparently I didn't. But I was already in line when I realized it, and then there was a bit about Christmas in here, so I thought it would. Obviously, I wasn't going to get out of line, lose my place in line just to return a book and exchange it for another. So now I have it. Plus, there was a Dawn Treader bookshop bookmark in there. I don't know if Dawn Treader still exists in Ann Arbor, since I rarely go there anymore and haven't in probably 10 years. But there it is. 70,000 books. Rule of Wolves by Lee Bardugo. Plan to sell this one too, although it is kind of a heavy book. Hopefully I can find others from the series and then combine them. That's what I usually try to do. But usually by the time that happens, the book loses its value and then I'm stuck with it. But I could probably always sell it to thrift books. It's not in great condition, but oh, there goes those books. Fourth Wing, I paid $2 for this, which was too much, but I'm going to sell it for 10 plus buyer pays shipping, so I'll make about $6 off it. Just a flip. To me, $6 is 12 books at the thrift store where I buy them for 50 cents. It's a pretty sought after, I believe it's young adult book. Yeah, it sells for 30, so you can pick it up for 15, then you feel like a champ. Hi, Bob. Hi, Rebecca. Let's read a page of this here. Conscription Day is always the deadliest. Maybe that's why the sunrise is always beautiful this morning. Is especially beautiful this morning. Because I know it might be my last. I tighten the straps of my heavy canvas rucksack and trudge up the wide staircase of the stone fortress I call home. My chest heaves with exertion, my lungs burning by the time I reach the stone corridor leading to General Sorengale's office. This is what 6 months of intense physical training has given me. The ability to barely climb 6 flights of stairs with a 30-pound pack. I'm so fucked. Jesus Christ. This is what people are reading. I'm so fucked. Embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Are they just trying to relate to people in like a Bukowski-esque way, but more of a moron? I'm going to live in the Hollywood Hills type of scenario. All right, that's all. I've gone on enough. Goodbye.